from Charbonneau and I work for the Firefighter Department of Montreal. Well, the main reason why I wanted to be a firefighter is because my father and my grandfather were firefighters, and most of the thing is because I like to help people with their needs, because most of the time when you call for firefighters because you're in need. So I wanted to be a fireman because I love the job, love helping people and all the things that come with it, the benefits and all that stuff. Well, I guess you have to fit in the fact that family with work is really hard because you're not there at home every day, but you gotta go to work. But it's like every normal people, I guess. They have a job and you have to go to work, and for me, I guess it's not that hard because it's been almost 6 years that I'm a firefighter from Montreal, and we're used to the schedule, we're used to having the schedule of my girlfriend and my kids, so it's not really hard, but you just gotta take your things in a certain amount of the time you've got and just fit in all the schedules and all the activities and everything within the schedule of working, but it's not that hard. You get used to it. The scariest moment I can say, well, there's a lot of not scary moments, but hard moments, because when you go in a fire it's really tough, because when everybody's coming out, you gotta go in to stop a fire, so it's not scary, but you know that there's always a danger that things could happen, so you gotta be really, really careful within what you do. So I guess the most scary part of it is to go inside when everybody's going out. Helping people, because all the people that call for firefighter or 911 is because they're in need. So every time you go in for a call, I guess, or going for an intervention, is that you're going to help somebody. So everybody are waiting for you, everybody like wants your help. So when we go out from that, when we finish an intervention or something, everybody's really proud that we were there to help them. Not me, but there's already been some firefighters that died in Montreal, but there's not a lot. It's not like you see in the videos every time you see a movie a firefighter dies, but it's not that often. I guess if you can count in the firefighters that died in Montreal, I guess in the last 20 years there's maybe like 4 or 5 firefighters that died in a fire, but it's not because of the job, is just that they weren't really careful of what they're doing. So accidents happen, you never know, but you got to take care of everything you do and just try to do the job as careful as you can just to prevent the accidents. But there's accident that happened, but never been somebody that died with me, so never seen that. Well, you have to go through, finish your high school. Then after that, you got to go through 1 year of DAP in Laval, but you can also get the course in Quebec City, I think. And after that, you got to go through 2 years of CEGEPs, and then after that, you got to go through the test that every city you want to go into. Like if you want to go firefighter for Laval, Longueuil, or Montreal, there's many tests you got to go through before getting in the job. So it takes about 3 to 4 years before you get a job as a full-time firefighter. We get normally like a couple of different calls. Usually we get some alarms. The smoke detectors goes on and it gets a call to the station. Sometimes it could be just a water leak, it could be fires also. It could be car accidents, and there is also one thing we do is we do a lot of first responder calls, medical calls. That's new for us for about 4 or 5 years in Montreal, so we respond for medical calls with the ambulance. Usually we have some maintenance to do in the station. We got to take care of the trucks, take care of the equipment. We gotta train. We gotta eat like everybody. We gotta prepare the food for dinner, supper, lunchtime, breakfast, and we also have time to relax a little bit during that time. That's for the day shifts. But also for the night shifts, we got maintenance to do also with the equipment, the station, everything that goes around with the equipment. And when we have time during the night shifts, we go to bed. So usually we get a couple of hours of sleep during the night when we don't have any calls. But it's the same thing when you get calls at nighttime during the night shifts. You gotta be as quick as in the day. So usually we sleep, but we sleep only with one eye's open. So we're not sleeping that good. At my stations, we're about 36 people on 4 different teams, because we're running around with four teams on every schedule. And just for the city of Montreal, we're 2,400 firefighters. That equals the captains, the lieutenants, the firefighters, the chiefs, and everybody that works as a firefighter. And on my team, we're a group of 9 people. And at my station, we've got 3 trucks. We've got a ladder truck, we've got a pump truck, and we've got a bus that only good for sinistrants. And on each truck, we're on the ladder. We're 3 people. There's a driver, there's an officer, and there's a firefighter. And on the pump truck, there's got 4 guys, and there's a driver, an officer, and 2 firefighters. But on every station is different, because there's not the same amount of trucks, there's not the same amount of people working on every schedule, on every station. Well, most of the times we have like a time limit, like they say. Well, most of the time it takes about 1 or 2 minutes when we get the call. We dressed up and we're ready to go in the truck and we're on the road. But when we get the call to get to the incident, we have to go in about 4 to 5 minutes. We got to be there. There's at least 1 truck that has to be at the scene of the intervention, at least in 4 or 5 minutes. But just to get dressed, it takes about 1 minute or 2 minutes, and we're out of the station in the truck leaving for the intervention.
Shout to all my boss boys, shout to all my boss boys, we rowdy. Shout to all my boss boys, shout to all my boss boys, we rowdy. Shout to all my boss boys, shout to all my boss boys, we rowdy. Shout to all my boss boys, shout to all my boss boys. When you're ready,
I guess just they call it a bunker suit. This is weigh about 50 pounds, I guess. And we got all the equipment. We got bottles of air we got to put in our back just to breathe when we're in the fire. Plus we got some hose packs, the fire hose that are already prepared for us. And we usually bring in equipment like an axe or maybe a crowbar, an oligan or something. All the equipment all together, it's between 125 pounds to 150 pounds, depends on how many equipment you bring an extra, but it's about that 125 to 150 pounds.